All right, as you can see here, I'm at congress.gov. I'm looking at Bill HR 2091, Access to Contraceptives for Service Members and Dependents Act of 2019. This is for the military, women in the military, and female dependents of people in the military. There's a reason why I'm here. Now, I want to show you exactly what I've been realizing more and more lately, that liberal ideology, democratic policy is completely disrespectful to the very ones that they claim to defend. Their ideology is not empowering. It is not. I'm just going to show you. Here are some general findings, and I'm not going to read this all because this is a really long thing here. But Congress finds the following. 1, women are serving in the armed forces at increasing rates, playing a critical role in the national security of the United States. Women comprise more than 17% of members of the armed forces, and of 2018, nearly 350,000 women serve on active duty in the armed forces or in the selective service. 95% of women serving in the armed forces are of reproductive age. As of 2017, more than 700,000 female spouses and dependents of active duty members are of reproductive age. I'm not going to read all that. I'm just giving you a little bit of background of their findings, and I'm going to get to what the main point of this video is in a second. Down to paragraph 9. Studies indicate that women members need comprehensive counseling for pregnancy prevention, and the lack thereof is contributing to unintended pregnancies among women members. Additionally, they need counseling on and availability of contraception for non-contraceptive benefits. For example, menstrual suppression and predictable menstrual patterns, which is important in ensuring readiness for deployment to remote or operational areas. Now, the reason why that is significant is remember, this is talking about women members of the military and their dependents, but generally it's about women in the military. It says that women need comprehensive counseling for pregnancy prevention. You're telling me that women that are in the military don't know how to not get pregnant? This is disrespectful to women. Now, I'm not saying that, it goes on to talk about menstrual suppression and predictable patterns. And I know that the female body is complicated and, women have challenges that men don't, which, I thought the whole idea was that we can't say men and women and we can't use binary pronouns and all that. But whatever, that's a whole different topic. But this idea, now let's just read paragraph 10. Research studies based on the Department of Defense survey of health-related behaviors among active duty military personnel found a high rate of unintended pregnancy among women members. Adjusting for the difference between age distributions in the armed forces and the general population, the rate of unintended pregnancy among women members is higher than the general population. So what they're saying is that according to their study, females in the military have more unintended pregnancies than females that are regular civilians. Now, here's the thing. There could be a lot of reasons why that is, assuming that it's true. I'm not doubting it or whatever. Assuming that it's true, there's a lot of reasons why that could be. But when you look at feminism, when you look at liberal ideology, they all talk about the power that women have to determine what to do and what not to do with their body. Now, this thing is they're saying that women don't know how to control their body. It's saying that they don't know how to manage their body to not get pregnant. And it's treating women like they're stupid. It's treating women like they're stupid. And their solution is, their solution, it never occurs to them that an option that women have when they don't want to get pregnant is to not have sex. No, it's like, and if you were to read this whole thing, you would see that they're saying women need the full range of contraceptives and that sort of thing, which basically ultimately they're talking about abortion. Talking about more than abortion, but that's really what it's going to come down to. Chapter 11, the Defense Advisory Committee on Women in the Services has recommended that all the armed forces, to the extent that they have not already, implement initiatives that inform members of the importance of family planning, educate them on methods of contraception, and make various methods of contraception available based on the findings that family planning can increase the overall readiness and quality of life of all members of the military. Now, chapter 12 or paragraph 12 is important, but I want to talk about chapter 11 for a second. Like, how are you saying that you're saying that women in the military don't know this stuff already? How are you? I mean, okay, granted, there's always going to be some adults who don't know things that they ought to, but it's family planning, and that stuff is common sense. When you lay down with somebody to have sex, or you put yourself in situations that can possibly lead to sex, but I would say focus generally on the bottom line of when you decide to do what you do. Like, you're gonna tell me that women they know if they have sex unprotected, there's a chance of them being pregnant. Obviously, there is different contraceptives that have different rates of success or protection or whatever. Okay, I can see someone not really knowing all of that stuff and needing to know more. But overall, women are not dumb. They're not dumb, and they're not uneducated. Especially women that's you want her to go hold guns and stuff and be on the front line or being fighting in the military, and you're telling us that you have to sit there and tell them and explain to them their own bodies and how to not get pregnant. This is condescending. So now here's an argument against having women in the military. Now, I'm not making an argument. I just want to point this out. If pregnant women and the lack of family planning if having good family planning and not getting pregnant can increase your overall readiness and quality of life of people in the military, then logically, people getting pregnant and not planning their family will decrease overall readiness and the quality of life of all members of the military. But if you were to go out and say, having pregnant females in the military decreases the overall readiness of and quality of life, people will call you a bigot. But that's the logical implication of what they're saying right here in paragraph 11. It's literally the logical conclusion. So it's I just don't understand people in the way they think. 12. The military department received more than 6,700 reports of sexual assaults involving members as victims or subjects during fiscal year 2017. This is important. Through regulations, the Department of Defense already supports a policy of ensuring that women members who are sexually assaulted have access to emergency contraception and the initiation of contraception if desired and medically appropriate. This is literally saying that for the argument that people tend to use, which is rape and sexual assault and all of that stuff, the military already has that covered. So the point of this bill is it seems redundant and condescending. Obviously, there's a lot here I'm not reading. Maybe you can go there and you can read something and you'll disagree. You'll say, well, no, there's a lot more things in there that's interesting and valuable, whatever. But my whole point is, a lot of the arguments that liberals make regarding women and abortion rights and contraception and all of that stuff and how the government needs to fund it, they've already knocked that out. They've already refuted that own argument in paragraph 12 right here. Like, for those people that are assaulted, they have whatever they need to, I guess, terminate the pregnancy or, in their mind, prevent the pregnancy or whatever. See, you have to look beyond what people say. You have to look beyond policy and look at the implications of the policy. What they're saying, there's a lot of reasons. There are several reasons why women in the military could have a higher rate of unwanted pregnancies than the general population. The first blatant one would be culture. It could be culture. It's the military culture. Is there something in the military culture that encourages people, soldiers, to have sex with each other? Like, I mean, that's a logical question to ask. I mean, you're away from friends and family a lot. Like, I mean, I haven't been in the military. I'm not gonna say I know everything, but we know that it's just not the same kind of lifestyle. It's not the same kind of lifestyle. There's a lot of people. I'm not even gonna go there. But could it be the type of woman who volunteers to be in the military, and the type of guy that volunteers to be in the military? Now, I'm not saying that they're all the same. Obviously, they're not. My whole point is that there are so many ways to that could contribute to a statistic than just coming to one conclusion and ignoring the others. Because the conclusion they came to is that basically it's saying that they're basically saying that the women don't know enough. Women are not educated enough on family planning and their bodies to not get pregnant. But they're assuming that the people just don't want to have sex and they're just not protecting themselves. They're just being reckless. That's what they're assuming. And all of these liberal policies, that's always what they do. They always assume that the subject that they're studying, it always is the best of people and have the best intentions. And the only way that they're ever in a bad situation is because they're not educated enough. They don't have enough resources or enough money. And it's all about not holding people accountable. And this is just one other example. If I was a woman, I would be offended. All this talk about women's power over their body and my body, my choice, and a man can't tell a woman what to do and all of this. But then they're saying, basically what they're saying is women keep getting pregnant because they don't know enough. And this is the government. This is Congress. This is disrespectful to women. Again, liberal policies, they claim to advocate for women, for minorities, and all this other stuff, and they literally disrespect every one of those groups every time.